And now, Dear Deirdre, CC Alex Marshall. Now it's time for everyone's favourite agony uncle. It's another Dear Deirdre, CC Alex Marshall, and this is this week's story that you haven't read yet, and it's going to be read out by Katia Sartini.
Okay. My husband and I decided to sell up and move abroad to southern Italy 7 years ago. He carried on working in financial services in London, came to spend Christmas with us here 3 years ago, and we've never seen him since. We're in our 40s and have 3 great loving kids. He used to send us £300 a month, as there are no jobs here, but it was totally inadequate. I used to beg him for money, as my daughters and I would be using rolled up loo paper for our periods.
That's disgusting.
Oh, God.
We buy whatever the locals are growing in their vineyards to eat, and I work for the local commune, but we are stuck. I cannot sell our house without my husband, and it's in both our names. And I have no idea where he is, except I know he is working as a plumber in South London. All I want is to come home to England with our kids. Where can I find help?
This is where we turn to you.
Alex.
I think the best thing to do here would probably be get a better paid job and then buy some better toiletries.
You make it sound so easy, though.
Life can be easy.
Well, all Deirdre had to say was, what a nightmare situation.
Yeah. I'm sending you my leaflet on tracing lost relatives. But they know where he is.
He's a plumber in South... How many plumbers are there in South London?
She has,
Probably quite a
she
lot.
has his name and she knows like a postcode where he would be, I assume, or something like that. Well, she knows where she can find out where he's sending or where he sent the money from if she still has the envelope.
I just read that wrong.
Yeah.
She's really put really bad grammar here. It should be the special kids in the middle leaflet I wrote, but she's written the special kids in the middle leaflet I wrote for.
I just read that at the same time as you.
That's really bad.
I don't have very good advice for you this time, sorry.
Deirdre, if you're watching, you're under fire.
If you're watching, you're making mistakes as a radio show.
Yeah. Thanks very much. And now, Dear Deirdre, CC Alex Marshall. Right, due to bad advice, we're having another dose of Dear Deirdre, CC Alex Marshall. And in a nutshell...
Bad advice?
Well, it wasn't any advice.
I can't always...
That woman called in and said, what are you doing?
Alright.
So we've got another one, which Cassia will summarise now.
Right, this lady cheated on her husband only once, but she's disgusted that she could do that to the man she loves. She went away for a team building weekend with work, and apparently the instructor thought that she was very good at lots of tasks, and they had sex.
That wasn't one of the tasks.
Apparently she had lots of wine, they kissed. It felt good, apparently, and she needed no persuading to go all the way.
So summarising is reading 5 words out of each sentence.
Right, and then their husband, they've been trying for a baby for nearly 3 years. Then she got pregnant, but the dates are all mixed up. And
in a much smaller nutshell, she cheated on her husband and now she's pregnant, and she's saying, should I tell him or should I learn to live with this secret forever?
Thanks, I'm not very good at summarising.
No, that was good.
Well, I think go on wine tasting course. I prescribe a wine tasting course. And the reason I prescribe a wine tasting course is because on a wine tasting course, you're very likely to get drunk. If you have sex with someone when you're very, very drunk, you may not remember it. This is not from personal experience. I always remember what I do when I'm drunk. But you might not. And if you don't remember it, then maybe it's not so bad. And then you wouldn't feel like you're in this predicament, would you? Who's a good girl? Sorry, who's a bad girl? That's what I mean.
Let's see if Deirdre agrees with you.
You've been a bad girl. You've been bad, and you should repent.
Deirdre doesn't say anything like that.
She says guilt and pregnancy hormones are a powerful combination. Now isn't the time to make a decision that will affect the rest of your lives. Lots of non-medical people are confused by how pregnancy dating... What? Is this the answer to the same thing?
Deirdre can't write. Lots of non-medical people are confused by how pregnancy dating works. Generally, a regular sexual partner is far more likely to be the father than a one-night stand.
That's not right, is
Let
it?
me just check if she said naughty girl. No, she didn't. She didn't say bad girl
She didn't
anywhere.
say bad girl.
Genuinely regular. Well, that's stupid.
Do you know what my aim for all of
Deirdre,
this?
you know nothing.
If we could get you on the phone with Deirdre, oh, it would just be gold.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. You could just call in and you could talk and you say, "Look, I've been trying to, help some of these problems," and you think, her advice is terrible, and you should tell her that.
Oh my God! Why don't we just write in and to Deirdre?
I think we should.
No, not on that premise. Just with a problem.
Yeah.
I'm good at problems.
Oh no! I know what I'm going to write in and say. I'm useless at giving advice. Can you please give me some advice on how to give advice?
She'd probably answer that because there's probably not many people that actually do write in. I think these are mostly made up. But thanks very much for that.
Hi there, thanks for listening to the podcast this week. We hope you've enjoyed yourself. If you have any messages or questions to send to me, you can send them to marshallslawpodcast@hotmail.com. Also, you can search for Marshall's Law Podcast on YouTube. So do please join us next time for the next episode of Marshall's Law, The Buddy Files.